When I first heard about at-home cervix screening, I was curious and wanted to learn more. So I decided to talk to my healthcare provider and visit BC Cancer's website. I learned that human papillomavirus, or HPV, is a very common virus that is easily spread through any kind of sexual contact, including intimate touching and oral, vaginal, and anal sex. In fact, HPV is so common, it's estimated that 75% of people who have never received the HPV vaccine will have an HPV infection at some point in their lives. But often, the body's immune system is able to clear the infection without it causing any problems. There are two groups of HPV, low risk and high risk. Long-term infection, usually lasting 10 years or more with a high-risk HPV type, can lead to cervical cancer if not found and treated. Until now, screening for cervical cancer meant going to see my healthcare provider for a Pap test. During a Pap test, my healthcare provider uses an instrument called a speculum to see my cervix. They then collect a small sample of cells. The sample is then looked at under a microscope for any cell changes on my cervix caused by HPV. Now, there's a new way to screen for cervical cancer. With at-home cervix screening, I can screen for cervical cancer using a screening kit that is delivered to my home. The at-home screening kit comes with simple instructions and a small swab for me to use. I collect my sample by rotating the swab inside my vagina for 20 seconds. The screening kit tests for high-risk HPV types and is highly effective at finding people at risk of cervical cancer, which means I can safely screen less often. Screening for HPV every 5 years is as safe as having a Pap test every 3 years. Once I've collected my sample, I then mail it back to the lab and wait to receive my results in 4 to 6 weeks. At first, I was worried I wouldn't collect my sample correctly. But my healthcare provider reassured me that the kit is easy to use and accurate for cervix screening. They also explained how the kit is both safe and relatively painless. I felt reassured by what my healthcare provider said, so I was happy to collect my sample. I was surprised at how fast and simple it was to do. Best of all, I was able to collect the sample myself in the comfort and privacy of my own home. At-home cervix screening is free and only takes a couple of minutes. For more information on at-home cervix screening, talk to your healthcare provider or visit this website.